What's happening, y'all? It's Wednesday. We're between the pits, and we're experiencing technical difficulties.
Yes.
But we're going to overcome them, though.
We got it. We live. At least we live.
That's right. We're live and unfiltered. Right?
Trying to get Twitty on live from the track, but it wasn't working very well. So he's going to run home to the house, get behind his computer, and he'll be joining us here shortly. But we're going to go ahead and kick it off.
That's the plan. That's the plan. Big race this weekend.
Keep everybody waiting.
Keep them suspense added.
That's right.
So I guess we'll talk about that. Y'all got the trucks ready for the opener? Them 2 trucks there?
I hope so.
Cheese puff.
I was just under the cheese puff a few minutes ago trying to fix some of the carnage from the Kings of Super Street race.
Yeah, at least I don't have anything to fix. I just need to show her a little bit of love. Put it on the trailer. You know me, I like to shine the tires.
Get it greased up and all clean and all that.
Car show for 20 minutes.
There you go.
20 minutes of tire?
Pulled up to the line.
20 minutes. It'll be the car show for an hour. Then it's done. In mud.
I wonder how muddy it's going to be down there. Looking like a big crowd, I reckon. Y'all wonder what kind of holes they're going to have. Is it going to be wet?
He's been working on it. I know they were just over there. I think he was bush hogging. So.
Yeah, I had some fellas at work tell me they saw him come through there working on it. That's his opening. That's always a good race.
Right. Yeah, a lot of prep first race of the season. I'm sure they got to cut a bunch of grass.
I don't think the 8's going to be there. I got to work. I'm working the outage, so y'all can tear them up. How about, is any of the King of the Street cats coming?
I do not know. I haven't talked to any of them. I hope so.
A good show out.
It's always good to see them guys. Them boys run hard.
Yep. Ain't got no I think Blaine went up there and ran with them. So they got one pass, Bo. Went up to that track and where they go, Virginia, whatever. Yeah.
It broke. He broke.
No, that's all you got was one pass.
Dang.
You had to make it count. And I think some Riggs and all them.
I like fastest pass, but
yeah, just one pass. That was woof. That's a lot.
Don't know about that. Don says they sure did represent the South.
Yeah, see, we don't forgot about that. Our boy won. At the DOT.
We'll all ride on his back, won't we? A little bit.
Lying. We got to fly a flag as long as he wants to. I think he run 3 out of 3 times, didn't he?
I'm not sure. I know he won the one race that he really wanted to win against Jason.
But man, it was close, Bo. I think somebody sent me the times. I mean, it was real close, like a 3.614 and a 3.615 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was on the tree, right? It came down to leaving on the tree.
Yeah, he beat him on the tree. He talked all that about the tree, then he cut the tree down on him. John said, yeah, he did.
The boys must be sitting there with them little practice lights, right?
Yeah, they got a practice tree. Waiting. Yep. We working on that. We working on one. We'll have ours, hopefully, by the next branch for points race.
Heck yeah.
It's probably going to be shootout racing in the mud. We done plowed everything up, so I guess we'll try it. If Red agrees with us, we'll try it. I think that'll be fun.
I think it'd be fun, man.
That'll be our shootout.
Green. Muddy, flat track.
Yep. Give you a little roll out for a red light, all that good stuff, and send them on down through there. The points, it's busy. It kicks it off this weekend. It's a 4-week stretch of racing for all the local fellas. You got
Twitties, then you got the triple threat at Orangeburg. Here's one of the belts right here.
You got
some
of
the guys were asking about some of the belts.
Oh, sweet.
You see that?
That's for the triple threat?
Yeah.
Yep.
They look good.
That's the small tire belt, because we're going small tire this time, right?
Yes, sir. Small tire belt.
A, B, and C class.
I think every class has got a belt, don't they?
That's right. Every class.
Are they running the one V-tread class or two? That's gonna be
one.
Daddy come down here on Sunday. I think we were sitting here talking. And Daddy said, "I think I'm going to Orangeburg Friday night, and I'm gonna take a tent and I'm gonna camp out, sleep in the tent, sleep on the ground, just to see what all that's about."
Tell him I am. I'm doing the same thing.
Heck yeah.
And Shecky said that shit ain't happening.
Get me a fan.
And Shecky's got a gooseneck camper. He said, "We taking the camper. We'll take the camper and stay in the air conditioning." He said, "Bump that." So that's their plan anyway, to be there Friday night.
Who knows, I might sleep in my truck. I just got the AC, the brand new AC compressor, so I might sleep in there.
If it stays like it is now, it won't be too bad.
I am going up. No, it's so good today.
That's pretty good.
I know they're gonna have a couple mega trucks there Friday night. They said Cancer Sucks is coming to run the consistency, and then he's gonna jump in and try to get the V-tread belt.
I'm working on a little added money for him too. I'll bring that up next week. I'll talk to him about it. I ain't had time to talk to Tony. I think Branch from Mudball is gonna give a little money to help out with the triple threat race. Try to draw a little bit of money in there.
That'd be awesome. I know you already helped out with this guy right here.
That Fried Pickles Boutique.
That's right.
That's a good looking belt, ain't it?
Got it on there. Got the series.
That should have been a small tire belt. I'd like to bring that one home myself.
Got Orangeburg on it. Johnny Martin. That's the man right there.
Them belts, they always look good, man. They do a jam up job on them belts.
Yeah, they do. They always get them here on time too. Even when we order them a little late.
That's pretty quick turnaround. You ordered what, last week? I think you said.
Yeah. Usually it's 2 weeks, but it was quick. There you go. Zach says he wants that one.
That's the V-tread belt, ain't it?
Yep.
Good looking. So what's it this weekend? It's like, well, I ain't really a horseshoe at Twitty's. What's they call that? Like a P or something? Or
figure 9. If we run the DOT trucks, if we're not running a horseshoe, we'll run a figure 9. Take off down the middle, then do the turn and come down a pit.
Yeah.
But last time we ran the full horseshoe back. Last time we won the full horseshoe in the opposite direction. We ran it backwards. Everybody turned right.
Shelly
says paperclip.
Paperclip.
I don't know. I've only done a paperclip.
We did a paperclip at Twitty's. One time I ever saw it done was when that guy with the throttle kings would come through there.
Yep.
He would switch it up, man. They made like 2 laps around there.
Ricky B.
But I tell you what,
like Ricky B.
If you were there for Twitty's, I don't know what happened, but adrenaline rush went out there and made a pass. And I thought his pass was over. And out of nowhere, he come flying back out of the pits and shot back down into the track again and ran another pass back to back. You remember that, Brett?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he just wanted to have a freestyle run because it's not like a freestyle class there or what was going on. But I've always wanted to know what happened there, dude. Like, it was pretty wild.
I'm going to have to ask him if we can get him on.
Shelly, how are you doing? Are you recovering good?
She's been catching heck.
Yeah, she caught
I heard you had a little incident. We hope that you're doing well.
Let's see it, Twitty.
That'll come out.
If we can't get if Twitty can't get figured out to work, we have to get Dave on and let him talk a little bit. He'll be there. He ought to know what's going on.
Yeah, he will.
With the sad.
Dave, you got the link. Pop on if you want.
Yeah, Renfro, you got the link.
Link us up.
He's good at talking Twitties. What's y'all's favorite memory of Twitties? While we're talking about Twitties before he gets on there.
My favorite memory is when we first built the purple truck and we put the new motor in it and did all this work to it. And I come out there and run a straight. That's when we run a straight line and outrun the whole field. And she's like, and Twitty's wife, I can't remember his wife's name. She's like, man, that thing was running. Amanda. And the next pass, I slung the front end and the rear end out and I got outrun. And I was looking the other day. I do have one first place Twitty's trophy.
There you go.
I got one.
I gotta get me.
I got a bunch of seconds and thirds.
Welcome to the club, right?
A Twitty's plaque. I need one of them.
Said, "Welcome to the club. You got to be a bad man to get to it."
I got a bunch of seconds and thirds, and I was looking. I got one first.
You back?
I think that was when I had the blazer, as you said. So I have one. I have one at Twitty's.
My best. There's just so many different categories of like the best of what. Like
the best time. Yeah,
because tits, staying the night, the hardest that I laughed. Like I don't know.
Yep.
There's so many different scenarios or categories you could say the best of it at that place.
My best time probably was the first time we ever went. I think it was 2015, I think, or 14 for Trucks Gone Wild. I was like, oh man, kids like me, we used to play in mud racing a little bit in like the 2000s, like 2002, high school with his brother, and it was a different game than what they do. I went and saw that stuff and was like, oh, we got to get back into this.
It's definitely fun. That's a good time, Twitty's, man.
It's carnage too. You'll see some carnage.
It's a place where you'll go and there's trucks there that's the only place that they run. They're not racers. They don't travel. They don't do nothing. But when Twitty's racing, they're gonna be there with their truck.
Yep.
And you see them. I tell fellas like it works drive time. If you like the V-treads and all that, if you don't see a good V-tread race, the big bad behind trucks, that's where you want to go.
Yeah.
That's
where the heavy hitters are going to show up around here.
You want to see some of them monster truck blower trucks that the average person doesn't know anything about mud racing. They look at those and they're like, look at that.
Yes. He gets them in there, that's for sure. It's a good race.
Somewhere to take your buddies to get them hooked.
Yeah, and get them hooked.
And they'll be traveling everywhere with you. Once they get hooked in the sport. Got me hooked.
I ain't never stayed a night or the whole weekend like y'all fellas do. I ain't never had that experience yet.
I've been out there for 4 days, man. Thursday to Sunday, bro. Thursday to Sunday.
That's probably
the last person to leave. 2021, I was the last person. Well, there's one guy there picking up trash.
I remember
late Sunday afternoon.
Wasn't the trucks going wild? They had all the rain that weekend, and they had to pull everybody out the parking lot.
That was the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they talked to a few of the guys, and they said because a lot of people don't leave till Sunday. When they're like, hey, fellas, y'all are staying tonight, right? And they're like, yeah, they were like, we're going to block y'all in with some dirt so we can get these people out of here, but then we'll make sure that we get y'all out tomorrow and whatever else. But, a few people, they had to stay. They couldn't go nowhere because they had to make a road to get folks out.
Yeah. Well, kid, we don't let it slip, but my man done cut the mud weed.
Yeah, man.
You hear me, kid?
It's gone.
The man done cut the flow.
I know. I'm just, I knew something was different.
I hope all my luck's not gone.
Did you keep it? You could sell that stuff.
Yeah, lots of love, right?
You done cut all the flow off, Bo.
They said, what is that? Taz has got 7.
He said 7.
Y'all got 7 first. 7 first.
That's what he says on there. 7. That's a lot.
Awesome.
That's pretty good.
I'm proud of mine. See, I missed out. Mine when you used to give the glass plastic. Remember, you used to give the glass ones? They're like frosted on there. I didn't get the big state.
I know about them.
Yeah, I didn't get the big state one.
I got both styles. First.
I got a bunch of stuff.
I've never seen that one. I've only seen the plaques.
I like them horseshoes sometimes.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'll show mine off.
I don't think I have as many. I don't think I have as many firsts as Taz though. Them boys are on it. 7 firsts, 2 second, 4 thirds. That's tough to do in the V-tread class at Twitty's. 1 tons. And 1 tons are killers.
7
I think the 1 tons are getting as fast as most of the megas.
I remember one time we went there and there was an event going on somewhere where a lot of the really fast megas had to be at a race. So there wasn't a lot, and that 1 ton class showed up. they put on the show. They were the fastest ones that day. And yeah, you get a lot of race type 1-ton today.
Some fast ones.
Basically a mega with 1-ton axle. Yeah. Wicked fast.
The best one I was seeing when I went out there was that Chris Lieback when he come that time. Oh, that thing's nasty.
That thing gets around there. And Truder's pretty fast, so I tell you that that guy came last year and laid down the record, or at least the record for running the track with a right-hand turn, was that Derek from Texas Rednecks with Paychecks.
Yeah.
He went around that sucker in like 23 seconds.
Dang. Yeah, they were turning it up at Trucks Going Wild.
He'd never been there before, so he just sent it and come out that pit and hit that tabletop, and it was all he could do was hit the brakes and make the turn right there, and then just right out the other end. That was a spectacle.
Seen old Ronnie Davis, the Empty Pockets mega truck was
that was there
throwing it down. Him and Duke.
Yeah, I haven't seen him run yet.
And that Tasmaniac.
Yeah, he's a
that
maniac.
Thing was fast. What's his name? Louis or Louie or?
Yeah, I think it's Louis something. That all of them are blower. Well, I guess Ronnie's is a nitrous truck.
That's like
Duke
a
and Tasmaniac are both blower trucks. Yeah.
That's about
all they care about is the tire.
Yeah, it's tire size. I reckon they go by tire size now. Just run what you bring.
Tire and axle, because. Yep.
On what's that?
On them V-tread.
V-treads at Twitty's.
He puts in a boot, boy.
How about the Nomad? Did y'all see the Nomad that was there last time?
Yeah. I don't know if I let that race.
What's the boy's name? Devil's Reject.
Devil's Reject. Yeah. He took the body off. He took the body off to run that. That thing's always had a big, loud motor. He's like 4,000 horsepower. If he's got the same similar setup to his other truck, that thing had like 4,000 horsepower. Mega.
It's a mega truck now,
big
right?
Time. So, who we think might win this weekend? Small tire. Who you got your money on, BT? Out of all the normals that are normally there.
The normals?
I heard Snowman might be back.
I know Riggs usually puts down a good pass. Riggs is hard. I'll take the paint truck with Riggs. How about that? That's why I go for the small tire.
Yep.
He's pretty tough at Twitty.
Kind of took the words out.
Okay, so we're talking about for the weekend, not for the series.
Just for the weekend at Twitty.
Yeah, Riggs.
Riggs will be unstoppable.
Give him a shout out.
You hear that, Cassie? Might put you in cheese buff, boy.
Is Cassie gonna run?
I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm bringing his helmet.
Gonna run. I might have to shift my vote over to there.
I want him to.
He might come run. He's
coming. We'll see that Ranger right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's up with English's truck? Is he gonna make it out?
I think he's still waterproofing. They're at the beach this weekend. They went on a little beach vacation.
Yeah. I don't know, Jay. I don't know if he's gonna do the team thing again.
That's what he's doing, the team event.
That's
probably so, Jared. That's the thing that we started doing like 4 years ago, just to kind of mix it up. And it really started with kind of us versus some Kings of Street guys before they were the Kings of Street.
That's right.
But I'm sure we definitely gonna have a team deal.
Because then you got
we'll have to get kids on there, make everybody have a kid on their team and average their time.
A young gun.
That's right.
Gotta get a young gun. Have a young gun bucket to draw out of. That's pretty.
That's a good idea.
Good idea. Got to draw a young gun. There you go. We got enough. I
like that idea.
Yeah.
How about
we got 5 of them in the series.
It'll be the mid tire class, right? 38s. I don't know who's in that. Who's a cheese puff? I'm taking the cheese puff. Are you running that class, Rick?
I'm probably gonna run small tire and big tire. I'm gonna go hard Corey on the mid tire.
Yeah. I forgot about Who else is in that?
I don't know if anybody can stand in his way. Who's gonna stand in his way?
Nah.
Somebody type it up. Who y'all think got something?
I don't know. Is Misunderstood gonna be there?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Wait, Misunderstood run small tire or mid tire?
Mid tire and sometimes big tire.
It'll be the big tire on this one. Yeah, he runs them both. Yeah.
I know them boys ain't playing at all.
No.
I know they want to. I know that they want to run Twitty. I'm gonna assume they want to run Twitty with their new truck.
Small and big.
Small and big. Billy said.
I don't know.
So
we're trying to get Twitty on here about say 3 to see if he come on here.
Oh, here we go.
I still can't see him, Bo.
Come on.
I'm gonna go with if Red's gonna run small tire. I'm gonna go with you, Red. If you're gonna run small tire.
Thank you. I'm gonna try.
We trying to get Twitty on. He's having some technical difficulties on his end or something. I don't know if it's his camera, if he made it home or what, but he says he can hear us and see us, but we can't see him or hear him.
I see both of them now.
Look at him. We got him now.
I hear him. I heard that laugh.
Give me a second. We got him.
I heard that laugh.
Hey,
there
how
he
about
him?
We can hear you and see you, partner. What's going on, Mr. Twitty?
Go back to where you were.
Oh,
walk back over to where you were.
All right.
Can you hear us, man? Everybody's
in the house. What's up, Ricky?
He done froze up over there.
Yeah.
I'm at the house now, and I can see y'all.
There you go. Don't be moving so much and keep losing.
We've been.
Man, that's pretty good self-portrait there.
We've been trying to keep him entertained.
The liver killer.
I'm sorry. Well, we're here now.
Yes,
there you go.
We got it warmed up for you. We've been keeping them We've been keeping them entertained.
Well, good.
How you been doing, boss? Doing all right?
All good. Just wide open. Everything's good. No complaints. Just getting the mud hole ready. And Mitchell was actually bringing the water truck out there, and I got a little bit more grass to cut. Bulldozer's there. Traco, I got to move it back, but everything looks good. The track looks really good. It's got some water on it right now, which is a good thing. And then we're going to get it. The pumps are in. We're going to get it pumped down tomorrow, Friday.
Y'all get the same rain we got yesterday and today? Y'all get that rain?
We got a good rain yesterday. It was lightning when I was there, and it looked like it had come all the way around the track today, which it may get it. But last weekend, we had about 2.5, and the weekend before, we had right at 2. So last time I pumped the water off as soon as it would get on the pit, and then it turned off dry, and we didn't have no water. So the pumps are ready. We just we'll run them. And
God, no, we done lost him again. He must live in the sticks like us.
Yep. Shit.
And we did get him on here. We trying. We
did. I'm sure he'll be right.
At least they know we weren't faking it.
Yeah, we're not faking it. We're truly having.
We're really friends with him, and he said he was going to join.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We really know him. We got him on here. We just it ain't working out.
It's not a hoax.
We weren't false advertising it.
No.
It sounds like they got the track looking good.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we got a good bit of information while we had him here. So.
Yeah,
we did.
It seems like it might be a little
road like it
muddy.
was last time, so that's good.
Yeah,
the track was a little too fast last time, so
yeah,
let that thing.
He wants it with the truck count. He can't have it too bad with the trucks he had, because man, he'll be there all night pulling out trucks if it's too doggone bad.
That's right, dude. I tell you what, like
lately they've been
third time
that
I went there, it was. I mean, there was nonstop action. It wasn't a bunch of people getting stuck or nothing, but it was like 13 hours. You remember that, kid?
Oh yeah,
we went there one time, and
here lately, the last few years though, we've been getting out of there before dark pretty.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
And we used to be there. I mean, Trucks Home Wild, we were there till after dark. But shoot, I think Trucks Home Wild the year before that, it was over before the sun was down.
Yep.
Yeah, most time he gets them out
there. I give a lot of that credit to their track crew.
Yeah.
Track crew and then reformatting, back then when everybody was trying to run the horseshoe and you were pulling out every DOT truck, then he figured out to let them get some speed and run through it the other way. And I think that changed the flow of everything. running that.
I kind of like running. I like running both pits when we used to run both pits. That was pretty.
That's what we did last time. We ran both.
Pulling the darn
full horseshoe.
I remember we pulled the sledge. Y'all remember the sledge?
Y'all see?
Oh, God. Yeah, I remember that. That used to be like the May race.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never did that though. I never hooked up to those sled.
You're coming back.
Look in. We got him back. Hold on a second. We got the countdown on him here. How about it now? Can you see us now, Twitty?
I can see you.
I don't know what we got going on here.
He's got a throwback shirt.
Well,
must be got some.
I'm closer to the house now, so hopefully the internet service will pick up the phone. But hey, I don't know.
Yes, sir.
We got you.
We appreciate you running all around trying to get on here.
Yeah, I hate you got to go out and cutting grass.
So the track is prepped, ready to rock.
Yes. And we finally figured it out. We'll after the event, if we don't get that way, we ain't got to do all the muck and everything and buying 60 loads of dirt. But we fixed it after November, and water's just sitting on it. The turn got a little bit of water in it, but we'll face up the tabletops. And other than that, it'll be ready to go Saturday.
Heck yeah. I'm looking forward to hitting that turn.
That's going to be a good one.
Turn's got some water in it. We got a bunch of the water out, but I got some water trapped up there right now, which it ain't bad. It's closer to the tire than it is the fence.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think last time the turn had some major mud in it, didn't it?
Either, I think so. You had to buy a turn just to make the turn. The turn was bad.
Yeah, I hit the turn and had to put it to the wood just to get through it.
Yeah. I'll never forget the first time I saw a truck get stuck in the dang turn.
Yeah.
That's the only time I made the truck.
I knew we were in for a good day.
I made the trucks going wild in the turn view with my front tires looking at each other. Right in the turn when I broke it.
Yep.
You got any you expecting any surprise trucks coming this weekend, Twitty? Anything new?
There ain't. I don't know. The surprise truck. I don't know if it's going or not. They get close with the build, the White's truck, but I don't know if it's going to make it or not. Other than that, I don't really think I have any surprise for this event here.
Expecting
yeah.
You said you didn't think Wyatt. I know Wyatt's been expecting a new truck. I don't know if a lot of people know about that yet. So I heard you just say something. You don't think it will? You don't think it's going to be ready this weekend, though?
Can y'all see my fingers?
Fingers crossed. All right, we're with you, Dan. I'm right behind you on that. I'm excited. I messaged him last week asking him about it. I've left him alone. I said, "You got your fixed?"
Is it a mega or a 1-ton or a DOT or we got to wait to see?
No, yeah, it's a mega. It's going to be more like a freestyle truck because I've said he likes to do dumb stuff. So he's more about a freestyle, and I think that's where he's on. Well, that's where he's headed. Competing like that, it's a Meritor truck. It'll be a Blazer, dual shock truck. It ought to be a pretty nice pictures of it. But Brian's working on it, and all we can do is just hopefully it'll be here Friday night.
Heck yeah.
That'd be awesome, man. I can't imagine the excitement y'all are feeling because I'm excited.
Yeah. Christmas in June.
That's it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that'll be right up Wyatt's alley because I know he likes to jump and do wild stuff and kind of show off a little bit. That's his deal.
Yeah. He ain't that competitive on the racing side of it. He enjoys it and likes to do it, but he'd rather a couple cool pictures than
Yeah.
He wants to make
he's
the flyers and all, ain't it?
So while we're talking about Blazers, Why Blazers? Everybody's got to know. Everybody wants to know. What's the deal?
I really don't know why. I started with my Blazer because that was a truck I was driving on the street, and then we 44'd it, and then we put 1 tons. Then we went to the cradle kit and 4-linked it, and I like Blazers. I don't really know why. Just
love them.
Well, I surplused them once I started tearing them up, so we got probably 6 or 7 or 8 left.
Did you set out to start being? Did you set out to be the Wheelie King, or did that just kind of start happening because of the short wheelbase truck? And
the first time that ever happened scared the fool out of me.
Maybe you can't do this right now.
We
sit here with me, so.
And I fell down in a hole, and it was Friday afternoon. I got there, I was scared up, so I stabbed it. And the hole, it scared me. And then over getting seat time, I learned where to hit it, and that was it probably had the 632 in it then, but I learned how to drive the brown truck, and then when we built the white truck, it was coil springs, coil overs instead of coil springs. It just a lot better, but never designed where my 4-link bars are. A lot of people say I got concrete in the back. I mean,
it's that hook. Don't they know it's that hook? That hook's made of gold. It weighs about 1,000 pounds, right?
It's got Thor's hammer in there.
Right. I like I'll call them impersonators right now. Everybody, I know y'all seen all these semi-race trucks that like bodacious. What Kit was showing them to me. Trying to be like the king.
He's gonna set the standard, that's for sure. They trying.
There's a bunch of them out there wheeling now. I mean, a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you got it down good. That's for sure.
That's right.
I thank you. I appreciate it. It's fun to drive when it's right, and I'd rather do that and stretch it out across the mud hole and just have fun with it.
Yeah. And a lot of these people, at least our guys that are watching, they probably never seen you pond bogging. I'll tell you right now, that is impressive.
It is.
Oh yeah, fast track. Last time we went to fast track,
more, 30, 40 mile an hour. That's bad.
Keeps that front end up too, buddy.
That fast tracks video pretty impressive.
It's fun, that truck. I mean, if I can stay in it and stay straight, it'll, believe it or not, it'll get on top. And that's when it got top at Twitty's in 19 with all that water. When I first put those 19.5s on there.
Yep.
It almost is kind of scary again, but they wouldn't do that with the R2s on it. And those tires, I wish I'd have done it a long time ago, but those tires, the truck's easy to drive, it drives straighter, and it'll get on top with them tires if you can stretch it out.
Huh.
Yeah, it's super impressive. I never would have thought. I remember the first time we came to your place, we were talking about this earlier, I think it was 2014 or 15, and we saw your truck, and we were talking about it and all, because we mud raced and all back in like 2000s and stuff, and I couldn't believe it when that thing did a wheelie, went through that 5 foot of mud, at about 35, 40. Dang.
Are those new tires? Are those D&D Patty?
Correct. Yes, sir.
And who did your wheels? Psychotic?
Nope.
Nope?
Don did my wheels. He
okay.
wanted my wheels and the tires, so I just did a kit, and I bought my wheels and tires from him.
I remember when they got brought to the track and you put them on at the race.
Yep. That was in 19. Oh.
Yeah.
Time flies.
I have not missed a Twitty since the first time I showed up there to 2015. I've been to every single race since.
I think I've missed one, and that's when we had that race at the same date. That was the only time I think I've ever missed it.
Man, that's amazing. I never thought that mud hole would be as I've never thought we would be as fortunate.
Yeah. How long did you do Wagner?
2 years.
2 years. I remember I think that might be when I got my first place Twitty's trophy from is Wagner's.
Yep. We did Wagner for 2 because that was kind of like our home track. And the guys in age, they said, Twitty, won't you run it? I was like, I don't want to run it. Long story short, 4 or 5 of my buddies, Mitchell being one of them, said, we'll help you. I said, all right, try it. And, we got it back going from a couple hundred people to 500 people. And we did it 2 years, and we started pretty good tournament. And
it's under your car. So getting
so,
You said under your car.
sports complex bigger. So I was kind of like that. I just planned out to live, and I talked to the farmer and made it. The rest of history. It's amazing to me how many people different have been and it means DOT 1 ton. The support's been phenomenal. It's been amazing.
That was my
you run a heck of a show and you treat everybody the same. That's why people support you, because it don't matter if you're the smallest guy or you think you're the most important there. Twitty will treat you the same every time. And people love that.
I've been the little guy, and I still am the little guy. I've been the guy with a stock 39.5 and placed 4th out of 18 trucks. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was on the world. I drove it home.
Yep.
We didn't have pull trucks. You had to drive. If somebody showed up with a truck on a trailer, you was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, they mean business. They pulled that thing here. Right. They toted that truck here. Oh man.
That racing,
that one's purpose built. We better look out.
Yep.
The racing Wagner, that was me and my wife's first date. We went to Wagner. Oh, Kit done gone. That's when I had the Dodge Ram, the daggone old power wagon.
I remember Branchville when it was just whenever you want, run as many times you want. When y'all first, I don't think. After that, the brown truck was there, and man, we'd line up, run again, line up.
That's like I was telling Rhett now. So I've pulled that liver killer out before.
Oh yeah,
that used to be a nasty hole over there.
The one farthest away from y'all's concessions, that was my favorite hole because it was black.
It was nasty,
and it was fun. If you come out of that, you was riding.
Yep, that was a good time. I think I rode with you in a pass or two once or twice at the house when it was brown truck.
Yep, I think you did.
I wasn't riding that white one.
Why?
But I don't know about that. I think
the white one's probably safer.
It probably is.
It's way safer.
It's man, that's awesome. I think it's powerful, and you got the whole family ordeal in it too. So.
Right.
Well, a lot of people
Jordan running this weekend?
Jordan has decided to sell her truck.
Oh.
Yep, her truck is sold. And she wants a ride around truck. Something like Mitchell, what he had, the diesel truck, the 28Ls or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She wants something like that now, and her truck it'll be delivered this weekend.
Dang. That's her new truck, or the old truck will be delivered?
No, I'm sorry. No, her old truck will be delivered this weekend. She ain't getting no truck until Wyatt gets his truck.
Well, I heard y'all was getting into the truck pulling or the tractor pulling or something. Jordan was truck pulling or something.
Well, now where she goes to school down at ABAC, they do a sled pull twice a year down there.
Okay.
We've been down there a couple times for that. And then in September for our event, we'll have a sled Friday night, and then the regular race will be on Saturday. So last time I said everybody had to hook to it. I'm not going to do it like that this time. I'm going to make whoever wants to hook Friday night can. I got some guys, Bobby Brown, and some big 35.5 trucks coming that want to hook to it. And it'll just be a good show for the big old truck to come up here. And then Saturday we'll do our regular deal. And go from there.
Heck yeah. I think that would be pretty cool having it Friday night. might get some more streetish type trucks. These guys that think, my Super Duty will pull the world. Well, bring it on to Twitty's and let's hook it to the sled, which show you how small it is, right?
That's right. The only place I've pulled them. I think I pulled it in Wagner. Didn't you have it in Wagner one time, Twitty?
We did. We had it at Wagner once. And
yeah, I think I pulled it at Wagner, and then that triple thread or whatever we had to do at that one time at in Ulmer.
Yeah.
That Toyo ain't made for pulling nothing, so we might try
struggles.
We might try it.
Especially when we got the Toyota running gear, huh, BT?
Yep. What's your favorite I guess it's freestyle or straight mud bogging in the pits, or what do you prefer there, Twitty?
I'm the least racer out there. Oh, and sometimes we get beat up a little bit because sometimes my place used to be a mud bog. Everybody got pulled out, or 90% of them did.
Right.
And sometimes we get beat up because we don't mud bog like that no more. And I get it, and I love that. But with our truck numbers, and that's a good problem to have, we've been so fortunate getting good truck count. I don't want to pull out 80 trucks. And
that's right. You be there all night.
Me.
That's right.
And my staff don't want to do it. Everybody's tired. They get ill. It's late. So with that, we've went to the racing side a lot more than the bogging side. But excuse me, but it's because of truck numbers, and you can split that hair down the middle, and you'll have guys that want to watch mud bogging and guys that want to see racing. Problem would be racing. They don't want to see a tractor hooked to every truck there. They don't want to see.
That's right.
And a lot of people argue with me and tell me I'm crazy, and I'm fine with that. But if you got 80 trucks and you go hook to that thing and nobody comes out.
Oh yeah, I agree 100%.
I'm with you. Show. You got to keep the show going.
Yeah.
You got to keep the average person entertained. Because it's entertainment, right?
Spectators pay the bills. If y'all want purses, the spectators pay the bills. If you don't get
right.
How many trucks you got there to watch, it ain't no good.
That's exactly right.
That's a fact.
They like to see action.
Yep.
That is. Yeah, you can't pull out all them trucks. You'll be there all night. The truck count you have.
That's how we feel.
I enjoyed the mud bogging over there, but you can't deal with that. Kid's back. Come on, bro. What, you have to go cook supper, kid?
Someone's being at the door. I had to get up. Sorry. I need to put a sign out there on air.
But personally,
a light before I go live.
You like the pond bogging, though, right? Like, personally, if you were to go mud bogging,
yes,
kind of like to go out riding.
Yes. Like at Fast Tracks is fun. They've done a lot at that place where you can actually go across it. Probably one of my favorites is Iron Horse Mud Ranch. We go there twice a year. Derek out in Texas has done a lot with that mud hole. You can stretch it out and go across it. I like that type of stuff. And if you got some hills in it, West Georgia with the dam jump. But I don't like jumping on hard ground. I like jumping in the mud. It's way on your back. So
I'm gonna make an Iron Horse one day.
Dude, Iron Horse is awesome. If you haven't gone, you gotta go.
Yeah, you'll be in for a long time just watching, because anything goes out there and everything goes out there and anything can get stuck. So it's a really good event.
Even if you just have like a four-wheeler with a flag on it, you just go ride around and just watch. It's incredible.
Is there a particular one that's better? Do y'all go to all of them, or you just usually go to one each year? And which one is it that you go to Iron Horse? And which one do you like to attend?
Both of them.
Both of them? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what, March and October?
Yeah, and it's more because so many of the people that we do it with are up north, and we don't get to see them that often, or down in Florida, So it's more of a social gathering and camaraderie as it is truck. For me down there, and same as, I hadn't been to Colfax in a long time, but just to get to see those people that you don't that's not going to come over here or Texas. You know, I mean, I've met a lot of great people out there. We've been there 3 times, and we only do the spring and that because it's such a daggum haul. But camaraderie is 75% of it for me now.
Yes.
That's a lot.
That's definitely
You sound like you talking about that place like we always talk about your place.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you know what, as far as the classes this weekend, everybody running a full horseshoe? Have you figured that out yet? Or DOT running the figure 9? Or are we going backwards again? Can we go left? We going right?
I want to go backwards again because I did really bad. Now I want to do good on the backwards one.
Well, I'm going to put boots on and just see what it looks like. I'm probably everybody's going to try to run the horseshoe. I don't know if we'll run both pits or run down the center with some of the smaller tire trucks. Because I call it the bleacher side, I call it the little pit. There really ain't no difference in them, a whole lot of difference in them now. It's still really hard if you turn coming from the concession stand, that little pit is still really hard for a good 50 or 75 feet. So you can get momentum because it's always worse at the old start.
Yeah.
Now, we'll probably do that with small tires and just let me see I need to walk into big pit with my feet and just kind of see what it feels like.
Yeah.
That'd be good if you could
The Megas will be in the big pit no matter what. Right? The big boys.
Well, it's been a little bit deeper, but the little pit just gets beat up so bad. It's because it's got so much traffic in it.
That's a lot of passes. That's a lot of passes in the pits. A lot. And they take a lot of mud out of there too.
And quality trucks. They're not
Yeah.
It's not 100 wimpy trucks at Twitty's going after the pit either.
Yeah.
It's 100 mean suckers normally.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been for sure. So using the center of the track helps me alleviate a pass in the pits. And really I got a whole lot of grief about that because the guys like and then come back, in the mud. But sometimes I do it for different reasons, and I don't always tell everybody, but I always got a strategy or a plan to try to make the show flow.
Yeah.
Yep.
My goal is making it flow.
That's right. That's a
something
job.
y'all always do really good.
Good job.
Thank you.
You got a lot of good help.
My staff. Yep.
Yep. Jordan too. She gets you straight.
She go get you now. She's about to turn that over to her now because she's Johnny on the spot.
I'm sorry. I'm running. I'm sorry.
Well, she got to hear me. Don't get up there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if y'all got any spot,
I remember she came over to me one time. I was sitting there
open. Y'all would sold all of them, Twitty.
Bo, trackside has been gone
for years, right? I mean, you can't get one of them.
3 weeks, 4 weeks. We have a 3-page waiting list. Jordan just informed me of trackside.
You gotta get it. Dang right.
Been gone, and people buy it for the year now. I don't really have that many to sell each event.
Yeah.
Because if we've already got them for the year, we're kind of locked in.
Yeah, first dibs on that spot next year. Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty. That's a good
what I was
problem
hoping
to
by
have.
now.
I guess you got to kind of get grandfathered in. Somebody
got
got
5 or 6 years. Don't want to lose it.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Rhett's dad, actually, Rhett Senior, called me earlier this week and he said he wanted to take care of the little off spot this year.
Yeah.
So he actually he funded our spot for a thing. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
The dang Jeep is actually back there in the lift. They're working on it. That thing's been
I heard the Jeep
but it's coming to this.
I heard it's showing up on some DOT tires. Is that true?
I think it's coming on 35s. I hate to have to wear Greg out. But we'll see on that.
You ain't running a class this weekend for no unlimited trucks, are you, Twitty?
Who?
If I don't have any, I mean, we don't hardly have those guys show up.
Yeah.
Brett, we've done it before, and I like trucks, but I can't give up an hour and a half for 6 trucks.
That's right.
I want them to run. And if I know they're going to beat me up for this too, but if we can take up, make it happen, I'm good with that. But I can't give up an hour and a half at the beginning of my show for 6 or 8 trucks. I'm sorry.
Yep.
They be mad at me. I understand, but I mean, we could do 6 or 8 trucks in 30, 45 minutes. I mean, that's a long time to still running down the center, but I will give them, if they want to show up, I'll give them some time. But at the same time, I don't want to be the bad guy at the end of the day.
Yep.
We got to make it happen.
The last time we were trying to do it, I tried to explain to the guys that, all right, when the national anthem ended, we need y'all to come down there and be ready to run, make a pass, and come back.
Yeah, and they're a lot slower to stage up because they get toted around and all
totally
that.
melted down. It didn't work.
Yeah.
I was telling Twitty the whole time, I'm so sorry. This isn't working. It just, like he says, not having a return lane, it just kind of doesn't work.
Yeah.
No, because like I don't have something they could come down the side or whatever, you know.
While the next guy goes and Have you ever? So
it's not that we don't love you, unlimited guys, right? We love you.
No, not at all. I want to see them all run, and I like watching them run.
What do you? I got a question for Twitty. What do you think your biggest crowd has been, and what race was it? Do you keep those numbers on file? Do you kind of have it in your head, or?
BT's got to take a drink with that one.
No, our very first event was our biggest attendance ever.
Really? At the track you're at now, or at Wagner?
At where we're at now, but we started at 6 o'clock in the evening, and we finished at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, I would have loved to have been there.
That's why we start at noon now. No matter if I got 2 trucks or 100 trucks, we start at noon.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow. When was that? What year did you start over there?
2010. I think it was 10.
Okay.
10 or 11.
Yeah.
Something like that. But
what time is the race over? Mega
Mark wants to know what time the race
this
over.
weekend.
We don't care what time it's over. We want to know what time it starts.
Yeah.
Noon, Saturday.
Mega stuff.
It's over the first time you show up with your 4-wheeler. Don't bring 4-wheeler.
Yeah, no ATVs.
No ATVs.
Oh. So, is there anybody, Twitty,
remembers that one?
You like to go to outrun? I guess you don't outrun or outbog or outshow them in the freestyle. You got like a nemesis or something?
Red Explorer.
No.
You don't want to answer this one.
Well, before I knew all the guys, of course, but now I know all of them, and I still want to win. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you want to outrun them.
The thing that I can do is wheelie, and I want to win that whenever we're competing for it. But there's some guys they chomping on my heels, bad.
But see, that's the difference between us and you, because everybody's trying to shoot for you. We're trying to shoot for everybody else. See what I'm saying? That's the difference.
That's right.
I ain't never looked at it like that.
I don't know if this.
That's why we
I don't know
if
if this question got asked when I stepped away or not, and I'm sure that everybody at least once has wondered this. Where did you get the name? Live a killer.
I think I've heard this.
Well, got that in high school.
No, I tell you, we was building the brown truck, and it used to be called the Brown Mule. And that I never really liked the name that much, but that's all I could come up with. 2 of my buddies that were doing all the welding on my truck, we was up there, and they drank beer, and I don't drink beer. I drink vodka, and another guy come through there and had a mud truck, and he said, there's beer everywhere in my shop. And he said, y'all need to call that sumbitch the liver killer as much alcohol as it took to build.
and it's stuck, eh?
I kind of thought crazy there for a little while, and I kind of liked it because the brown truck was LIVER, killer. And when Bam Bam built the chassis for the white truck, he put LIVA, Killa. And I said, you misspelled it. He said, no, we just renamed it. So
Yep.
that's how that happened. And that's where the name come from, because like I said, there was beer cans everywhere in my shop from plate and cutting, trying to four-link it.
That's good
The
stuff
liver
right there.
killer.
That's what I
That's
kind of
pretty
gathered.
cool
I heard
sauce.
that before.
And I do. When I read it, I'm like, yeah, I've heard of the liver killer before, drinking everything, but I've never once. I think I've seen you sip some moonshine and really late in the night at Fast Tracks, maybe. I don't know, but I've never seen you drink or drunk or have a beer in your hand or anything. I'm like, well, he's not a heavy drinker. So I've always wanted them in underwear, but that makes a lot. That makes more sense though.
A lot of that comes with him being a track owner too, right? You're always on top.
Yeah, I'm glad you hadn't, Kit, because there's definitely been some different. Not at my place is bad, but yeah. But no, when your name's on the sign, you got to be somewhat responsible. You got to be a grown up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
I've only really spent time with you there, other than at the Fast Track. So
what you're saying, if you want to see Twitty get wild,
I gotta
name
go
on the sign.
More the reason I gotta get
right.
Iron Horse.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna make my own special blend and come down there.
Yeah, get down to Florida and party.
Yeah, a little different out there.
Yeah. That's what we want to plan to do more so. After this year, we got a lot of stuff we're going to kind of redo with the truck. We got a new body we want to throw on it and everything, and redo some suspension and stuff. And when we get back, when we get a bigger truck to pull with too, I want to expand a little more. There's a lot of parks I want to go check out. I want to take the family. I want to hang out for the weekend. I want to just kind of play, hang out, take a rider with me. We haven't got to do a lot of that. We've been racing hard since we built it. And I'm always watching those videos and stuff, and I want to go participate in a little bit of that.
Well, and you'd have a blast. I mean, just the whole mud scene, the mud family is what they call it. And it's I call it a traveling circle. Travel together to different parks, and like I said, camaraderie is hands down the best for me, and the most important for me is camaraderie. But I'm going to change the subject for a minute, because I'm talking to three of y'all that I've watched all three of y'all talking about me, but I've watched all three of y'all grow and step y'all's game up. I remember when Hank will come out there, I'll never forget it, with the flaps on the little headers.
Yep.
BT, same thing, not flaps on the headers, but I've watched you come to the Grape Ape stage. And
I had a Blazer too.
Yep.
Blazer.
I do. And Kit, same thing. I've watched all three of y'all progress to where y'all are now, and that's, as long as you're not sitting still, you're going forward.
Yeah,
that's right.
Changed so much just in 5 years, and Kit can't even do the math on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the whole DOT, Megas get a lot of hoopla or whatever, and don't get me wrong, I'm a Mega guy, but I was a DOT guy before I was a Mega, and most Mega guys were a DOT guy. Not all of them. A lot of them just bought a Mega, but I still enjoy watching hardcore DOT racing as much as anything. I enjoy watching a good DOT truck come out there and show out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
definitely tell. Sometimes when we make a good pass, I look over at you, point at us, and be like, yep, go show them something.
Yep.
That means a lot.
Talking about the flaps on the headers, the first time I brought the truck to your track was the first place I ever raced it, and I had flaps on stacks in the bed of the truck. Remember that, Rhett?
Yep.
Came out behind the cab.
I remember Kit bought that truck and showed up with it out of nowhere.
I brought it the night before. I didn't even tell them I had it. I was saying I need to borrow a helmet for my friend. My friend needs asking for a friend. My friend needs a helmet.
This fool tells me I could have either got this Ford or a CJ5. I said, ah! You didn't get the CJ5.
Yeah, I think. As a matter of fact, I think I got my only Twitty's first place trophy I was talking about earlier. You want to see
something? Watch Kit. We'll show you something.
The Blazer.
Yeah.
It may not be good. It may not be bad, but Kit's going to show you.
BT,
you ain't put a show.
What'd you say, Twitty?
You ain't got a first place from Twitty's in Ulmer?
I think I got one from I think it's the glass one. I think I got it in the.
Okay.
I ain't got one now. I got a bunch of seconds and third, first loser and second loser, but I got one first.
I got you. Well,
that horseshoe whips me, Bo.
I say this in every class. If you get a trophy from Twitty's, a first place trophy, you earned it. Yes. Yeah. In every.
That's why I was telling Retney, if you go back to some straight line racing, straight line good ball game, I might have a chance. But that horseshoe, that turning kicks my behind.
Well, and we're there to put on a show.
That's right.
Everybody's got to do it. Some people are better at it than others. And I hate turning. I hate turning. When I turn. But it's just the spectators love it. So,
yeah, that's right. I don't down it or nothing. I just don't. Yep. I don't prefer it. I don't mind watching it or whatever, but I
understand.
But it's fun. Rhett went off. I don't know what happened to Rhett. You still there, Rhett?
That's right, JBE. Forward power.
And I imagine you like to think about Twitter's watching all the kids. Your kids grow up in it. I remember when Jordan had the gray Toyota too.
Yep.
Man, you can watch YouTube videos and see them. It almost make you choke up. And I don't even know. I ain't known you all that long, but I've seen Wyatt pop up on a truck, and I was like, a little tiny kid. And then when they did that driver profile, and I think it might have been Mud Stamp Films that rode with Jordan when she was like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And I'm showing my wife this because she had already met her. I said, look how young she. And it's just crazy how young they were when they got all started into it. That's pretty cool. They got to do that. I hope my kids take the same interest in it as yours have.
Be careful.
Rhett said they lost power.
Careful what I wish for. Yeah.
It's something. All mine's got a little Toyota. I'm telling you, it's woof. Yeah. But Rhett's out. He said he lost power down there on the island. I reckon.
Yeah, I left Kiwa. I left out by his house. I drove through it on the way home, so I'm not surprised. He's out there on the island too, so there ain't nothing underground.
So Twitty's looking for a big crowd. Y'all start racing at 12, Twitty?
Yes, sir. Gates open at 9. Drivers meeting about 11:45. We're gonna start right after national anthem at 12. Hopefully 10 after 12 we'll have a truck in the pits. Again, you don't know who's showing up, but it should be a pretty good crowd. Hopefully get out a good field of trucks.
What's the cover?
$20 a person. Kids 12 and under are free, and it's $30 to run for both passes. It's combined times. Next year we probably will go up on our entry fee because we're the lowest one right now. But and all that's going to do is help the purse.
Yeah.
So our purses are pretty good right now, and all that'll do is help the purse even better.
And that's another thing that I like about you is you never really like spring something on us. You kind of you're already warming up. $50 next year. Well, I don't know how much it's going to be, but we got plenty of notice. So next year when we get there, guys, he said it. Last year it's going to go up. So don't act surprised.
Yeah. So it's nature piece, with what everything else costs, and just like everybody else going to the grocery store. Everything's up.
That's right.
So,
well, like you said, it increases our payout too.
Yep, that's right. That's the number one goal too. To make y'all more, to appreciate y'all more too. And as long as we get people, and that's what it's about.
We hope you ought to have a good crowd. You don't ever let down. That's always a good crowd there.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully we will. We've been very blessed and fortunate.
I hope. I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna plan. I got outages this week, so I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna try to get out of it.
See what you can do.
I might send a truck if I can find a driver for the red truck, but I don't know.
Do you have anybody show up yet? You got any early arrivals?
No, not yet. No.
Probably tomorrow?
Nah, not that I know of.
No heads ups yet.
Yeah, like in November they'll start showing up on Tuesday. So
yeah, that's right.
I told somebody I'd been out there for 4 days before, so that was 4 days, 3 nights, and they said that it was time for an intervention, and I was like, hey, when I rolled up on Thursday, I had to look for somewhere to park.
Yep.
All right. There was people that got there on Tuesday, Wednesday. They'd been out there, almost a whole week.
That's right.
A big crowd. Man, that's pretty good. We're getting big time now, but we got a first YouTube comment. How about that?
Yeah, that's Cameron Boyle. That's our good buddy. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the guy roll up with the Humvee with no top. He drives down the road with goggles on.
Yep.
That's our buddy. Yeah.
Yep. I know who you're talking about.
He drove all the way out there from Park Circle, which is down here in North Charleston, on a moped.
On a moped.
And threw up a tent that one person could lay in right inside the gate. As soon as you come through the ticket, boom, right there. He stayed there for like 3 days and drove the moped back at the top speed of 50 miles an hour. It takes me an hour and a half to get to Twitty's from here, going the speed limit and then some. He took a moped all the way there.
Dang, he's hardcore. He must like that racing.
Yeah, he likes to challenge himself, I think. So, Cameron, I'm talking about you, bragging about you, man. That's Cameron Boyle right there.
All the time, Twitty, the fellas I work with and stuff, and from up north, they come down and say, man, you run a mud ball, and they start talking. I said, well, if you got kids and you want to see action with a big old track tire truck, you need to go to that Twitty's race.
Yes, yeah. I said that the other day.
That's where they at. I mean,
I was talking to somebody about the race, and I was like, look, if there's only one that because he hadn't been yet, it's one of our sponsors we hit up this year, and I said, look, I'd rather you wait and save it till you come to Twitty so you can see the tractor tire, the whole thing, not just the straight line thing. I want you to experience all of it, the turns, the tabletop, all of it. So I'm making him wait till he can make it to a Twitty to pop his cherry.
There you go. That's a good deal. Well, I guess we'll send everybody. Y'all come on and support Twitty and them. Good race. He had the pits ready, good and boggy halfway, not too boggy.
Nope, they should be good. I really think they'll be good. They were flat, and like I said, we'll pump the water either tomorrow or Friday, and it's not but probably 5 or 6 inches on them right now. So, because over the years we built my pits back up to where, they're not 24, 30 inches deep now. They used to be 8 feet deep.
That's right. You used to not be able to see the truck go by.
No, you couldn't see.
Yep. I remember it was deep. But people understand, though, you got to have some kind of water in it, because if you don't, that thing
too fast.
Too fast, and if it got no water, that stuff I got's like peanut butter, and it don't come off your hands, it don't come off the tires. You got to have a little bit of water to make it release.
And it can help clean them tread out too.
Yep, that's right.
But some of them scared of it, but that water don't bother me. I don't mind it. As long as you ain't upside downwards in it. I pulled one of them too, Twitty, last year.
Yeah.
It was about halfway my helmet. I had the GoPro in there, and I videoed it all on the GoPro. I hadn't showed it to my wife yet. She said no, she ain't having that.
Yeah.
Well, man, hey, it was good having you on. Appreciate you come get on our little show and support us. We hope we can get you some trucks in and help you out. So thank you. We appreciate it.
Twitty, before you go, so this is the first race of the season for your track this weekend, June 10th. And then you got 2 more this year. What are the dates on those, your September race?
I don't have it in front of me, kid.
Okay.
They're both on the website, on Twitty'sMudbog.com. They're on the Facebook Twitty's Mudbog page. I should have it in front of me right now. I don't. I apologize.
September 15th and 16th. All right. So that's going to be that's going to be a Friday night and Saturday thing.
Friday night, we'll hook to the sled. I think he was gone. Friday night, I'm going to have a sled. Bobby Brown from down mid-Florida. Some other Ian Wenzel, some 35.5 trucks want to come hook to the sled. So we're going to do that. Whoever wants to hook Friday night can hook. I'm not real sure on how I'm going to do the classes just yet. I'm going to try to see who shows up. Then Saturday, we'll do our regular gig with racing with everybody else that don't want to hook to the sled. The sled will not deter any of the racing guys.
Cool.
Gotcha.
And then you got Trucks Home Wild, the notorious, the infamous, the #1 event in South Carolina for mud bog racing, in my opinion, is November 17th and 18th.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff. Well, man, we thank you for joining us, and it's exciting to have you. I know this isn't much of the DOT, but, like you said, you've watched us all come up. We all run there, and you know, we're about to run the next 4 out of the 5 weeks, starting with your track. So it's about to get busy for any kind of mud racing, really.
I don't know how we're gonna top this GSN kit. This is about the biggest, I guess you say, mud star we had yet. So
yeah.
No, it takes all little trucks, big trucks. I like them all.
Yeah, I guess we can say we made it now. We got Twitty on here.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you.
Thanks again for having us, man.
Thank you, man. We'll see you. Have a good one.
Joining us.
Saturday.
Y'all come on out to Twitty's and we'll be there. The crowd, the DOT crowd, all there this weekend. Saturday. I know Kid will be there bright and early.
Photographers. I think Shelly said she's going to be there. I'm sure we'll see all about mud. So come get your merch. Twitty's always has his merch booth set up, you know, and
it ought to be a good race.
A lot of people don't call and make the announcement when they're going to show up. You know, that's not a common thing. Sometimes they do, but I can say expect to see some heavy hitters roll up this weekend in all the classes. So
yeah, it's going to be a good
Georgia
race.
boys, them 1-tons and the megas. I don't think I've ever been to Twitty's and didn't see Intruder there. So
yeah, he's there by.
That's always a big show. Yeah.
It ought to be hopefully be a good crowd of some DOT trucks.
Oh,
I see my neighbors down here got them loaded up already. So
that's good. That's good there.
They ready. Maybe you'll go bring them that first place trophy home, Kid.
Hey, we'll see. You know, I've had a few good passes there. I've actually had the fastest pass of the day in the DOT class one time, but my luck is I haven't been consistent there, laying down two good passes. We always have a mechanical failure or something. So I don't know.
Like my luck.
We'll see what happens.
I break a lot over there. For some reason, I break a lot over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I don't know 100%, but I'm trying. I might be over there in the red truck. I don't know yet. I'm gonna try.
We know what we got lined up for next week yet?
Bo, I got to get on there and talk with Tony.
We got Tony probably coming on, because we got the triple threat challenge next weekend. So
that'll be the next week. That's Father's Day weekend, Bo.
Yeah.
Get that through there, some added money.
It's about to get busy.
Kick it off Saturday, fellas, gals, all the mud race. Y'all come on out to Twitty's Mud Ball. We'll be there. Well, they'll be there. A bunch of DOT series trucks ought to be there. Go out and support them.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people, they still ask me each week. So I want to go ahead and mention this to everybody too. And if you got other people asking, hey, where can I watch the show? How do I do it? Whatever. Go like the Southeast DOT series page. You will get notified whenever we go live.
Right.
If you don't get a notification, just set a timer on your phone. 7 o'clock every Wednesday is what we aim for. Like today, you see, we kind of had a little bit of run behind, but you can expect us to see around then. If not, you can check the page for the post. We'll always be announcing when it's going to be. So
we're trying to get this thing on Instagram.
Yeah. We get a lot of views, and we get a lot of views throughout the week when I go back to watch them, but it'd be nice to get 400 of y'all in here at one time in the chat.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty wild.
I got to get y'all got to get me them links up for the YouTube page and the Instagram page.
Yeah.
It's you can go on my YouTube page, BT Summers, and watch it, the recorded day on there, and the series Facebook page until I can figure out that Instagram deal and we get it all that.
Jared, I'm reading your. All right, so this is what you're going to do when you get through the gate. Take it immediately right, do a U-turn. You're going to be in the opposite corner of all the madness that's in this corner.
Yeah, there you go.
You want to camp away from the crazies? Stay up by the gate.
Yep.
And then you'll be all the way across from the bond. You'll be as far as you could possibly be from the bonfire and everything.
Yep. So come in the gate, pay, and take a right.
Take a right. Hang a right.
All
or
right.
the left. Hang a right, left. But yeah, that's as far as way as you can get. As actually I've seen, and I don't want to say it's been really crowded the last few times, and I've seen people park across the street outside of the gate and set up camp over there. So you can definitely get far enough away. It's long story short, so nothing to worry about.
Especially that truck's going wild. It'll be packed.
Twitty's got plenty of room. So
oh, David, we ready to see you, man. Come on back and race with us. You're gonna be next weekend, I reckon. Bad Ford. I ain't never seen a bad Ford, Jeffrey.
They're all pretty good, aren't they?
I've seen some decent Fords, not no bad Ford. I'm just gonna mess with him a little bit. But other than that, I mean, we'll see. We missed out Gavin tonight. You be back in Palmetto, David? I hope Gavin's he was out there working on that truck, trying to get it
Yeah,
ready.
I'm ready to see that thing going.
Yeah,
That'd
when
be
you got them
exciting.
kids, I got you, Jared.
Hey, I
Y'all
will
get
say
busy.
this. Hey, Jared, I don't know if you've been to Twitty's or even been to Trucks Home Wild at Twitty's, but don't let the videos you see on the internet fool you. Twitty's is the only Trucks Gone Wild that you're going to come to that is family oriented, has racing, and isn't a
Yeah.
big wild party like that. There's no open bogging. There's not a lot of like bead throwing and parades going around, which, I mean, that's all cool. But Twitty's Trucks Gone Wild is actually one you can come to, and kids going to be straight. It's not the chaos and fiasco you see on the other videos at all these other mud parks. His is very family oriented.
It's a good race. It'll be a good race. Be a good
Well,
crowd.
I'm going to sign off for the night.
Yes, sir, man. We'll see y'all.
Y'all fellas take it easy next week between the pits.
Between the pits, 7 o'clock. We'll